Hello everybody, Bryony Zasman here. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Before we get started, I just want to make sure you can see my computer screen and can hear me. So if you can go ahead and just type in the chat box that everything looks good, we'll get started in just a moment. Also, just so you know, if you have any questions during this session, please feel free to type them into that chat box. At the end of the session, I'll go through those questions and get them answered. We'll also provide contact information so you can reach out to our team directly. So you can reach out to us and we can jump in a phone call with you. We're even willing to jump in a GoToMeeting and walk through any of this with you one-on-one. So we're here to help if needed, but hopefully everything's fairly straightforward during this session. All right, looks like we are good to go. So there are quite a few of you here, so we will save questions until the end. All right, so today's goal is to teach you all how to use Stormtech's digital marketing tools through ZOOMcatalog. There's a number of different tools you can use to create custom marketing materials for distributors, and I'll also show you how to teach distributors how to do this on their own. So the options are that you can use these tools to make them for distributors, or distributors can come in here and customize your catalogs and flyers and even create their own marketing materials, including social media images, proposals, and so forth. So in the webinar, we're going to cover three main tools that are currently available to all of you. The first tool is the ability to customize the Stormtech digital catalogs for different distributors. The second is to customize the Stormtech flyers. And last is a program we call ZOOMstudio, where you can basically build whatever you want using Stormtech products. So let's get started with catalogs. Most of you have already received a link to sign up for an account. So if you have not gotten that link and have not signed up, just reach out and we can get you in there. And then you'll be able to come to this portal, stormtech.zoomcustom.com, and do everything I'm about to show you. Now, keep in mind that if you come here, avoid logging or signing up with the sign up on this page. You're going to end up with a distributor account. You want to get a rep account because you're going to have additional tools. So if you need that login, reach out if you haven't gotten it already. Then you'll get your own username and password. So every time you come back here, you can log in and you'll have access to this. So pretend I've just logged in. I'm logged in as a rep, and I've decided that I have a distributor I would like to customize the Stormtech work from home book for. So you'll come to this portal and you'll see there's multiple catalogs. You can view all here, and you'll pick the one that you want to work with. As mentioned here, the work from home. You can click on this button just to see a sample if you want to quickly browse the catalog and make sure that's the correct one. Once you're sure it is, you'll go ahead and hit customize. Now the first step is this little form you get. This is a form that only you guys see, so distributors will not see this. This is where it makes it a little bit easier to manage making content for different distributors. What it allows you to do is store your customers' information here so that if you make a catalog for them, you can come back and make one for them again without having to re-enter their information. However, you can always add a new person whenever you want. You also have an option to upload a spreadsheet of different customers as well. If you want to do that, I think just reach out to us and we can explain to you the process. But the easiest way is just to type in the information for the distributor you're creating the catalog for, or browse to them if you've already made one. So I'm going to just go down here and I'm going to make one for my customer pretending their ZOOMcatalog for Donna. Also, there's a step here that offers to send an email to that person once you're done. I suggest just not automating that email, hit no. So when you're done making their catalog, you can just personally shoot them an email, send them their link, and give them a little message about why you created that catalog for them and what it's for. If you do want to automate this email, they're going to get an email and that's going to say that a catalog from Stormtech has been customized for them and here's the link. So both options are fine, but I do prefer that personal touch, sending that email from myself. So I've chosen my customer here. Their logo is here because I uploaded it when I added them, and I'm ready to make their catalog. So I'm going to go ahead and hit create. And now I'm going to be taken to a 3-step process where I can make this catalog look like the way I want it to. So first, you're going to give the catalog a name. I highly recommend that when you're naming the catalog, you include your customer's name there, or their company name, because that's going to become part of the link that you give them to share this catalog. Next, you're going to place the logo. So you can see it already has my logo, my customer's logo on the cover. All I need to do is click it and drag it to where I think it looks best. And I can also grab a corner to resize it and fit it into the spot that I would like it to appear. We also have some tools here to remove white from a Jpeg if you want, so you can choose to include that white or not. I'm going to place this logo up here, and you'll put it where you like it. You can also upload an alternative logo for this particular customer if you want to, and then you're going to go ahead and hit next. In this step, you're just going to double check that customer's contact information. What happens is when they share the catalog you've created for them, their information is there, so anybody viewing the catalog knows who to contact. So this will be that information you'll probably find on their website URL, their main company email address, and any other information you think is important. You can edit that further here if you'd like to, and you can also choose to just not include contact information. But it's definitely a nice personal touch and helps that end user know who to place orders with once they receive the catalog. So I'm happy with my logo, I'm happy with my contact information. I'll go ahead and hit save, and that's it. So in a few simple steps, I've now taken this Comfort Collection catalog and made it for my customer. So in this screen, you get a little preview, you get some options to save and download, but the most important thing is this link. This is the link you're going to send to your customer. So you can see now their logo's on the cover, their information is in the corner, and when they share this with their customers, they can browse all the different pages and see your entire collection. So you've basically taken your catalog and made it for your distributor with their branding. And this is a great tool if they are going to be doing any social media marketing, email campaigns. They can put it on their website, in their email signature. If they have just direct one-on-one contact with the customer who's looking for ideas. So these catalogs can be used in many different ways. And we've seen many reps like yourselves help distributors by providing these custom marketing tools. So I'm going to run through that process really quickly one more time just to show you how it's done. So you'll come to your portal. Again, if you don't have this link already, we'll send it. You'll log in as a rep with that login that you hopefully already have, and you'll find the catalog you want to customize. Now I'm going to work with the Spring Workbook. You'll hit Customize. You'll choose if you want the system to send an email to that person or if you would prefer to send it yourself. And then you'll enter your customer's information here and upload their logo, or find them if you've already made a catalog for them in the past. Hit Create Catalog, and then go through the 3 steps that I explained before. So you'll name your catalog, making sure that you include their company name. You'll move the logo to where you think it looks best, potentially removing the white from that logo if you want to. You'll check, oh, sorry, skipped a step here. So then you'll approve that logo, and then you'll check the contact information. Make any final edits to that information if you want to. Hit save, and that's it. So now in just a few seconds, I have a unique link I can share with them. I can put it in an email and let them know they can use this catalog in all their sales and marketing initiatives. So here's the link. This is what I'm going to copy and paste to send on to the customer. And I have a nice custom digital catalog here for that distributor to start using. So that's how you customize catalogs for your customers. I think while I'm in the catalog here, I'll just quickly run through how to use a Zoom catalog. Most of you probably already know, but on the right-hand side of every Zoom catalog is a little set of tools. And every Zoom catalog is exactly the same. So once you or your customer gets used to using it, they'll be able to use all of the different catalogs. So in the menu here, we have an option to search. We can search the catalog by keyword or product ID. We can view a table of contents to easily jump to a specific section. We can cut images off the page, which is a really neat feature if you wanted to just send this particular product, or if your customer wanted to. You'll put that block around the image you want to cut off the page, hit clip, and now I have this nice image. I can either save it to my computer to put it into a presentation or something, or I can email that clip from here. I can also download, if I wanted to print this catalog, I can choose to download the entire thing, which will be a nice high-resolution PDF, or I can download specific pages, and I can also share and email that catalog. So some nice little tools within a Zoom catalog that are available to anybody that's browsing this. Another tip I have is that if you navigate to a specific item in the catalog and then decide that this is the item you'd like to share with your customer, or if a distributor is asking, how do I share this item with my customer, they can actually copy this link. You'll see that it has the number 146 at the end, which is associated with this page number. So when somebody gets this link, the catalog will open directly to this product where I can read more about it, but I've sent the entire catalog, giving me the opportunity to browse the rest. So the nice thing about this is when you share product ideas with customers this way, you're sending them an item that you think is a good fit, but you're also putting the rest of the product line in front of them. So just keep that in mind if you're ever looking for a way to share all your products but mention a specific product, or if your customers are asking how they can use this catalog. All right, so I've shown you how to customize catalogs. Now I'm going to show you how to customize flyers. So the Stormtech team has put together some really nice sell sheets here for you all. And you can take any one of these, add a customer logo and other information, and then send it to them so that they can use that in their sales and marketing. So just like the catalog, you'll come here and you'll browse the different options to find the one that you want to customize. I'm sure that over time, this library of flyers will change and grow, so you can come to see what relevant content is available here. And once you find the flyer you want to customize for your customer, or you want to show your customer how to customize, you'll go to it and you can preview it if you want to. You can download it as a PDF as well, or you can click customize. And it takes you into the studio where you can now add different elements onto this flyer before sharing. So it's a little bit different from the catalog because you can actually add images, texts, and shapes here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you how it works. On the left-hand side of the screen are the different elements you can add to this flyer. So you have your images. These are any images you've ever uploaded to your account, and we save them to your account permanently unless you choose to remove them by deleting them. What that means is as over time, as you upload your customer logos here, in future, when you come customize more flyers for them, you don't have to go search for their logo or re-upload it. It's already ready to go, and you simply need to place it onto that flyer. So you'll find the logo that you want to add, and it'll populate onto that flyer. And just like the catalog, you can resize it and place it where you think it looks best. I'm going to actually remove this logo, which you can do down here, just because it matches the catalog, and I'm going to find a different one. So you'll place the customer's logo onto that flyer, and then you can do a few other things. So you can also use shapes if you wanted to add a little bit more dimension to this. I think this flyer is pretty packed with product, so I actually wouldn't use any shapes here. And then you can add text. So if you wanted to maybe add a phone number or something to the bottom of this, a website URL, you can take this box and put any pertinent information in there. We'll just resize that down, and you can place that on the flyer. So you can customize this as much or as little as you want. You'll also notice that there's multiple pages in this flyer, so I can toggle to the second page, maybe put a logo on here too. We've even seen some people go as far as putting logos onto the items. It's not a real virtual sample tool and where it like goes directly into the imprint area and contours. That's something we're looking at doing in the near future, but you could actually place a logo if the product is blank and that logo area is visible. Then once you're happy with the way your flyer looks, you'll hit save and publish. Oh, you'll need to make sure you name your flyer. Then hit save and publish, and you get all the different formats that you need. So you can choose to download this as a PDF or a PNG. The PDF is going to be great for printing, and the PNG will be great if we're trying to share this on social media or put it on our website. If the flyer is something that you know your customer is going to just share via email or online, you may also want to consider using the shareable link. The shareable link is my preference. It's a way for somebody to basically view it like a mini website. And what this means is that we can take this link, just like the ZOOMcatalog, and send it on to the customer. You can see all that information I added is there. And now the distributor can send this on, and anybody with the link can view this flyer, zoom in, see more information. Another nice thing about sharing the link is you can insert that into the email and send it on, and you're going to be much less likely to get stuck in a spam filter. What we've found is that when you send an email with a PDF attachment, which was the traditional way of sending flyers, those do sometimes get marked as unsecure. So I do recommend if you're going to be emailing this flyer, get that shareable link and share it that way. You can still download it as a PDF from within here if needed. But it's just my suggestion for all of you. So you can see I now have my customized flyer. I can even potentially delete this logo and then replace it with a different customer's logo. So you can make this flyer as many times as you want for as many distributors as you want. And then you can always go back to your designs, to a dashboard where we save all the work you've created in case you want to come back and make changes or clone the work you've created. So I've shown you now how to customize catalogs and flyers. I've shown you how to get the flyers in the different formats that you need. And then next I'm going to actually jump into ZOOMstudio where you can do a lot more. But before I do that, I just want to mention that this tool is not only great for you guys to create content for your distributors, but you can actually direct your customers and distributors here to do this on their own. It's a really, really simple tool to just upload your logo and get that marketing content you need. So I do highly recommend you guys start mentioning this to your customers. If they ever call and they're asking you to please send a catalog, that's a great opportunity to mention that they can jump onto your website and actually customize any of your catalogs in digital format as their own with their information. Same thing for flyers. If you get requests for flyers, you may want to consider directing them here. And you can even walk them through the process, showing them how to place their logo, add their information, save and share. So we are recording this if any of you want to recap it or watch it again. But my biggest suggestion is just to jump in here and get started. You can't really go wrong. So if you do happen to get stuck or need help, we'll make sure you have our contact information. But you can go in here and use this whenever you need. It's a great resource. All right, so I did mention I was going to do questions at the end, but I actually think I'm going to take questions now for this part before I get into ZOOMstudio, just to make sure we get all those answered. So if you guys have questions, please go ahead and type them in the chat box, and I'm going to quickly double check and see if there's any I can answer. All right. Sorry guys, give me 1 second to read through. Somebody said they registered and they have a distributor account, but they want a rep account. We can switch that for you really easily. So just reach out and we'll get that cleared up so you can store your customers' information. Same question. So a bunch of you have signed up as distributors. We'll just switch it so you don't lose your content. So reach out and we'll help you out. Can we add the Stormtech logo? Yeah, you can upload any logo and place them on the flyer, so you definitely can do that. I think the idea here is though that you're able to kind of white label this flyer or this catalog for the distributor so they can present it as their own, as like a nice branded marketing piece, but you can definitely do that if you want to. What type of format logos? Yep, another great question. So when you're uploading logos, they do need to be a PNG, a JPEG, or a TIFF. If you have a file that you just can't get into the right format, we don't promote this too much, but we'll help you. So you can reach out. We can resave that for you. How do you reach us? So you can email hello@zoomcatalog.com. That'll definitely get a response from us, but we'll actually work with the Stormtech team to give you guys a little contact information that you can store, and that'll include email address, phone number, so you can reach out whenever you want. But right now, hello@zoomcatalog.com will get you, have you reach us. Can you do multiple logos per distributor? Yeah, so if you're doing a flyer, you can add as many images to this flyer as you want to. So let me quickly go back here and show you how that works. So I'm going to go in and go to images, and I can add that logo, and I can add that logo. So you can see you can really do what you want. I did also mention that we've seen some people go as far as adding logos to products. So I'm going to zoom in here and show you how to do that. I do see there's a question about it. So you'll find that logo that you want to add. You can also drag and drop, which I just did there, and you can put that on the item. So you can do that again. So you can see these flyers are really dynamic. You can do as much or as little as you want to. I'm not going to do all the logos just for the sake of time, but it's nice for you guys to know what's possible here. And resize. And now you can see I have 2 logos on the top. I can also put text on these items if I wanted to as well. I'm just going to see if you guys are asking about adding anything else. Can you rotate? Yep. So you can rotate the logo with this little handle. Sorry, my GoToMeeting is in the way. Let me zoom back in here. So if you click on here, you get a handle and you can rotate. You also get a few other controls here on the side. You can change the opacity. You can flip it if you want to. You can remove white, as I mentioned. If you do have that JPEG that has that white background and you want it to look a little bit more realistic, you can take that white out, and you can make minor positioning changes here as well. So just checking, I'm going to get back to the catalogs because I do see some questions there. All right. So I think I answered all the questions about flyers. If you guys do come up with more, I will go back to this and answer some more questions at the end. Just want to make sure we have time to get to Studio because it's a really cool tool, and I want to make sure you all know what's available. But now that we've done all those little minor adjustments, you'll just come back here, name your flyer, hit save, and again, you get to publish and get the format that you need. So we'll get the shareable link. Just takes a second to generate here. And you can send this link onto your customer. It has all those little logos and everything on there. Or you can download that as a PDF or PNG, as I mentioned. So then somebody asked if you can add more than one logo to a catalog. With the catalog tool, you can only add one image to the cover, but what we've seen a few people do is combine logos into one image. If you want help doing that, reach out. We can help you do that. All right. Somebody said they had a little issue with the remove white, leaving some space around the logo, the white around the logo. So that is likely happening because the logo was too low res. The resolution on it was not very good. So in that case, there is a limit to what the system can do to identify pixels that are white. But again, that's also something we may be able to help you with. So reach out if you get stuck on a logo, or try just uploading a bigger logo. Somebody's asking about contact information on catalogs. I'm going to go back to the catalog and quickly do one of those again. So when you're customizing a catalog, we actually don't put that contact information on the cover. We put it in a contact block in the corner of the cover. And that is because we want people to be able to see that information no matter what page they are in here. So we've had questions like maybe adding it to the front or the back, but if you are in the middle of this catalog, you're not able to see that contact information. So the information is always here. We can minimize it if it gets in the way, but whoever's viewing this can expand it and find out exactly who to contact or go to the website of that distributor. So we don't place that contact information on the back or anything. We've actually looked at our analytics quite extensively, and the back of a digital catalog is very underutilized. There's not many people that visit it. So in order to make sure this information is pertinent and available, it's going to be attached to a contact block in the corner of the catalog. Okay, I've gone through most questions, so if I didn't get to yours, make sure you do email, but we'll come back to questions again after I show Studio. But I want to explain Studio and what you can do there. So ZOOMstudio is a tool that we built because we were getting a lot of feedback from people who absolutely loved customizing catalogs, they loved customizing flyers, but they wanted to choose what products were included. They also wanted to have control over the different product information details like pricing, the name of the product, and the product ID. So we built a platform called ZOOMstudio, and it is available to all of you guys. So to get to ZOOMstudio, you'll come back to your portal here, and you'll notice a button that says Create Your Own. There's also a button or a link to this on the Stormtech website. So make sure you're logged in. Hit Create Your Own, and it's going to take you to the studio. So once you enter the studio, you have three main options. You can use templates, you can go to My Flyers, which is work you've created in the past, or you can start from scratch. I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch. Once you get started, you'll have different canvas options, so you'll need to think ahead of what exactly you want to create. Are you creating a flyer? Are you creating a social media image, something that's going to be printed? And if you're not sure, we recommend just going with that traditional canvas. It's going to be a normal 8.5 by 11 page size. You'll give your project a name. You can skip these other settings or play with them if you want. Hit create, and then you'll get into the studio. So inside the studio, you'll notice that on the left-hand side, it's similar to the flyers. You have the different elements you can add to your canvas, and in the middle of your screen, you have your canvas. On the right-hand side, you have any settings for what you've added. So in this case, you can add shapes, text, background, images, or products. So in this webinar, I'm going to make two different types of projects. I'm going to start with something really simple, and then I'm going to save it, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to make something a little bit more creative. So if you have a customer that is asking you to give them a flyer with like 3 of your favorite jackets or 3 very specific jackets, something like that, you can jump into ZOOMstudio and put that together for them. So what you'll do is you'll start by going to your images. Just like I did before with the flyers, you can add any of these images to your canvas, and you can resize them and change the settings. Next, I'm going to add product. So we have actually connected this to the Stormtech product database. So you can search all of the different products and find them in here. You can search by product ID or keyword, and you can browse the results. While you're going through here, you can view more details on these items just to double check that it's the right one. And once you find one that you like, you can either save it to a folder. So you can do a little research and just start saving different items here. Or if you know that you want to add this jacket to your flyer, you'll go ahead and hit add. You can also switch the color of the item. So you can go here and say, well, I want to use this fireside orange. You get that correct product image, hit add, and that product adds to your canvas with all of the necessary information. So I get the product name and the description, the swatches, swatch names, and the price. But I can also make further changes if I want to. So as mentioned, when you have added something to your canvas, the settings will always be on the right. So because I have this product selected, I can come here and I can make changes. I can actually choose a completely different product image if I want to. I can change the size of that image. I can change the product name. I could change description. I can maybe omit some different swatches. If I know I only needed a few of these, you can take some off. You can see my canvas changes. And I can also edit the price. So I can just use the retail price. I can enter my own price. I can use a markup, so I can put like 20% on there, or I can change it to call for pricing. Lastly, I could just turn that off altogether. And you can actually turn off any of these pieces of information. So you can customize this quite a bit, or just leave it as is. And then you can go ahead and just add more products. So you'll go in here, you'll check out the product. If it looks like the one that you want, pick the color, hit add, and it'll put it on your canvas. And again, you can come and make necessary changes. Now, you'll notice that right now my canvas is full. So if I wanted to add more products, it's going to actually add another page. So I'll go in here, find the next product, hit add, and it's going to add a new page for me. So you can see in the bottom, I can toggle between my pages, but I can just continuously add as many products as I want to. Then once you're done, if you're happy with how many products you have, you can choose to add additional elements. So if you end up with like a big white space like this, maybe you can go ahead and put a little bit of texture in there. We can add a shape. And maybe in that shape, you can put some contact information with the text tool. You get all that formatting that you would like. Change that color. All right, so I'm not going to do too much more. I'm going to make a more creative flyer in a second here in a different project. But once you're happy with your flyer, you'll go ahead and hit save and publish. And then you can, just like the other flyers, download, get the PDF or the PNG, or you're going to get that shareable link. Again, my recommended way of sharing these so people can share it online and post it on social, put it in their emails, wherever they want to, they can put it, share that link. And then you can see we have this nice little presentation that we put together. All right, so I've shown you that you can add different elements to your canvas and you can use the products and edit the product information. But just so you know, there's lots of other options. You can get quite more creative. So I'm going to make another project. I'm going to go back to create your own. I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to choose the traditional canvas again. But this time I'm going to make a mini lookbook / catalog. So I'm going to start with backgrounds. So the Stormtech team has populated some really nice images in here. You guys have great photography to work with, and you can use this to really enhance your designs. So I'm going to pick an image here that I really like and apply it as the background to my canvas. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some text. Well, actually, I'm going to go back and I'm going to add my logo. Make that a bit bigger. And then I'm going to use some text and give this a name. So you'll place those where you like them. Have a nice cover here. I'm going to go ahead and add a page. Then on this page, I'm going to use some other images that Stormtech has provided. So you'll notice in addition to my uploads, I have all the brand logos. or the Stormtech logos in this case, and I have lifestyle images. So I can use any of these on my project as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add one of these. And then I'm going to add a product here. Try to find the matching item. Make that product image a little bit bigger. So as you can see, you can get pretty creative here and make something that looks really professional and nice. So now I have my 2 pages. I have a nice cover, a page inside. I'm going to do one more page here. Go back to these images. I might have chosen a similar product, but that's okay. All right, and then lastly, I'm going to add a back page. So we'll go back to backgrounds. Let's choose another nice image here. And then we're going to add a shape. You can change the colors of your shapes, by the way. We do have the Stormtech orange here, but you can choose any color you want. And then add some text. And then we'll place that. Okay, so you can see that really didn't take me very long, just a few minutes. I now have a nice little catalog that I've put together. We'll hit save and publish, hit share, and again, that shareable link. So it'll take a second to generate. It might take a little bit longer than the flyers just because it's got a few more elements. But once it's ready, you're going to have that viewer link that you can then send off to your customer. And we browse it just like the Zoom catalogs. So you guys can get really creative with these, do as much or as little as you want, and make different presentations and catalogs. You can make images for social media. The really nice thing about this is you have those product images and lifestyle shots that Stormtech has uploaded for you to really, really enhance your designs and make them look better. And then you could even come here and take this, clone this project and put a customer logo here, and then clone it again and make it for another customer, so you can get really creative with the content you're making. Additionally, this tool is available to your distributors on your website. So you actually can tell distributors they can go in here and do everything I've shown you today as well. If you want us to do a little bit more tutorial lesson with you guys, again, just reach out. You'll get our contact information, and we'll help you guys teach your distributors how to use these tools as well, just like I'm teaching you all. And then, as mentioned, you can go back to your designs, and all the work you've created is neatly there for you to make changes if you want to. Here are the 2 projects we worked on. So that's everything I wanted to show you today. I know it's a lot of information and it's kind of a lot to learn, but once you start using it, you'll notice that a lot of our tools are really similar, like building a flyer or customizing a flyer that was pre-designed versus these ones here are very similar interfaces. Another thing that you can actually also access, which I forgot to mention, so I'm going to jump back, is when you're in Studio here, the Stormtech team has also put together some designs that you can work with. So let me just go back. You can go to these templates. So you can use something that's already been put together and kind of customize it a little bit more. So you can see the spring inspirations the Stormtech team put together. you can go ahead and hit customize, and it's the same interface and everything. The only difference is there's already images and products and different text items already on there. So you can toggle through these pages and make the changes you want. So maybe for this jacket, you'd like to maybe adjust that pricing for your customer, or just switch it to call for pricing. For these, maybe you want to choose a different image. So you can actually use some of these pre-designed templates as well. This one looks really nice. So maybe on this one, we want to choose a different background image. You can actually like change the text, move the text. This one's locked. And then you've customized it a little bit for your customer. Again, same process, get your shareable link. So I just wanted to run back to that. So you can create your own, and you can use templates that Stormtech is providing for you guys. And then again, you get this nice little link. But this is customized now with the pricing and images that I chose. And then you'll notice when I go back to my designs, this new design I just did is there. So all the work I've created neatly filed there for me to come clone and edit as I need. All right, so quick recap, and then we're going to get back to questions. So I've shown you how to customize the Stormtech digital catalogs. You can add your customer logos there. You can store your distributor information, so when you come back to make a new catalog for them, it's already there. You just choose them from the little list. I've shown you how to make flyers by adding logos and text to the flyers designed by Stormtech. And then I've shown you how to use ZOOMstudio. The biggest difference with ZOOMstudio is that everything in that design is editable. You can change the backgrounds out, the text, you can replace logos, add pages, switch out products, edit pricing, etc. So if you just need to make a quick flyer and add a logo, perhaps go check out what Stormtech has created. If you know you want to make something ground up, decide if you want to make just a regular flyer or a mini catalog, you can do that too. And all these tools are available to you through the stormtech.zoomcustom.com URL. All right, so go ahead and type your questions. I'll go through those now, and we'll be happy to get those answered. Again, also just reach out if you want to talk to us one-on-one. So somebody's asking how they can, so you can't change the URL of the shareable link once you get it. It is what it is, unless you go rename your flyer. I think that's what you're asking, but you can come back and edit and clone as mentioned. Yes, you can embed hyperlinks. Yep. So if you add text or in the descriptions, you can also put links or make words clickable. I can quickly show that as well. So let me go back and edit here. So if I wanted to maybe add below this, like my website, you can just link that up here. And then when sharing, it has a nice little hyperlink on it. So you'll save that and share it, and then it's clickable. Yep. How do you get to Studio? So what link you guys want to save is this one. Let me just quickly put it here. Stormtech.zoomcustom.com. Here you'll see all your catalogs that you can customize, the flyers, and then to get to Studio, you're going to go to the Create Your Own button. But there's also a link on the Stormtech website that says build a flyer or something like that, so you can find it through there as well. Good question. So somebody asked if you can add video. We don't have a tool to put a video on a page yet. It's a request, so I do think it's probably coming in the near future. But of course, you could hyperlink a text to a video link that opens that video separately. So that's what I would recommend for now. But I think in the future, we are looking at different media types that you may add to these designs, and video is definitely on top of that list. If you have access to everything, you may have a distributor account, you may have a rep account. So just reach out and we'll chat. We'll get you sorted out. Let's see what else. Can you use your own backgrounds? Yes, definitely. So when you go to backgrounds here, these are all pre-populated and loaded by the Stormtech team, but you can upload your own images if you want to. And I actually have a really awesome resource to tell you guys about if you don't know. It's a website I really love. It's called Unsplash, and it's tons of really professional stock art that you have access to. They're free. You can use them in your designs. So I like to mention this. Everybody gets really excited, and you can come in here and search for like pretty much anything you need. And you can find images to use in your projects. So I like to mention Unsplash, just a little bonus tip for you all. And then yeah, you can download one of these, upload it here and use it in your background, or you can upload it here and use it as like just a little feature image. It doesn't have to be in the back. Okay, also, just so you know, you can change the product settings more. It looks like there's some questions about it. So I'm going to jump back to a product that I put on here. And I want to show you that these details are fairly small. These are just preset defaults, but you can make everything bigger. So if you come to the description here and you wanted to increase that size, you are definitely more than welcome to. So you can enlarge that. You can also shorten it up maybe if you wanted to retype the description and have a little bit less information. Or if you're doing a more basic flyer, you could turn it off and maybe change the layout here and have it take up the whole page. So play around with these product settings because you can really get creative with them and do as much or as little as you want to. And you can change the color, you also can change the font size, all those different things. All right, I think I've hit all your guys' questions. It looks like a lot of you guys got a lot out of this, which is great. I did mention that we'll send our information, so we're happy to help and support you guys as needed, so let us know. I guess I should also just mention there's a toggle here between US and Canada. That'll give you the right pricing depending on your design or who you're designing for, so look out for that as well. Yeah, and reach out. So we'll follow up. You'll have the portal link so you can customize catalogs, flyers, and build your own. We'll send this recording on over to the Stormtech team too, so you can have reference to that. But let us know if you need anything. We also love any feature requests as well. So if there's something you guys would just love to do in here and you feel we're lacking, we want to hear that from you. So let us know. We'll put it in our backlog and consider it for the future. So thank you all so much for joining us today. Hopefully you found this helpful, and jump in here and get started. So thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.